In the heart of the Amazon, a vast and chaotic world of tangled vines and perpetual twilight, life and death perform an eternal dance, each moment charged with tension and anticipation. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and blooming flowers, a living tapestry woven from the calls of shrieking parrots and the ceaseless hum of insects. This is a kingdom teeming with millions of lives, each one locked in a daily struggle for survival. But above them all, one creature reigns supreme, a silent and elusive monarch. The jaguar, a living shadow, embodies the raw power and untamed spirit of this ancient forest. Its presence is rarely seen, often felt only as a whisper of movement in the undergrowth, a ghost in the shadows. Its eyes, burning with a fierce intelligence, pierce through the thick foliage, always alert, always calculating. The jaguar is a master of the night, a phantom that glides through the dense jungle with an almost supernatural grace. As the apex predator, the jaguar is the final word in the rainforest's brutal chain of command. Its mere presence shapes the behavior of every other animal, from the smallest monkey trembling in the treetops to the largest tapir treading cautiously in the undergrowth. The creatures of the forest live with the constant, unspoken awareness that the jaguar is always near, watching from the deep green recesses of the forest. Its power lies not only in its formidable strength, but in its profound invisibility, its ability to melt into the dappled light and shifting shadows, becoming one with the environment it commands. To understand the jaguar is to understand the very essence of the Amazon. It is a creature born of this complex ecosystem, perfectly adapted to its challenges, moving with a confidence that comes from absolute mastery. While other animals have developed specialized tools for survival, long snouts, powerful venom, or the strength of numbers, the jaguar relies on a combination of brute force, infinite patience, and unparalleled stealth. It crouches low, muscles coiled, every movement calculated and silent, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The jaguar is a solitary hunter, a silent law that governs the forest floor and the riverbanks. Its movements are poetry, fluid, deliberate, and precise. When it attacks, it is a sudden, violent punctuation in the jungle's long, green sentence. The jaguar does not merely live in the Amazon, it is the Amazon, a living, breathing embodiment of its beautiful and deadly nature. Its role is not one of simple predation, but of maintaining a complex and intricate balance. The jaguar's presence is crucial, keeping the populations of its prey in check and ensuring the health of the entire ecosystem. It is a force of nature, as vital to the rainforest as the sun that filters through the canopy or the rain that nourishes its roots. As we delve into its world, we will uncover the secrets of its survival, the strategies that make it the most dangerous killer in this green labyrinth. We will witness its power, its intelligence, and its place in a world where every creature, no matter how small or large, has a unique story of survival to tell, all under the watchful, unseen gaze of the Amazon's true ruler. The jaguar's most formidable weapon is not its claws or its teeth, but the very skin it wears, a living cloak that renders it nearly invisible in its world. Its coat is a masterpiece of natural camouflage, a canvas of golden-yellow fur painted with intricate black rosettes. Each rosette is unique, a signature as individual as a fingerprint, and together they create a mesmerizing mosaic that confuses the eye. These are not simple spots, but rings of black with smaller dots inside, a pattern that breaks up the animal's outline with remarkable effectiveness. The irregular shapes and sizes of the rosettes disrupt the jaguar's silhouette, making it difficult to distinguish where the cat ends and the forest begins. As the jaguar moves through the undergrowth, its coat mimics the dappled light filtering through the dense canopy above. Sunbeams pierce the leaves, casting shifting patches of brightness and shadow across the forest floor. Exactly the same patterns that dance across the jaguar's fur. The golden patches of its coat blend seamlessly with the sunlit leaves, while the black rosettes vanish into the deep, ever-changing shadows. This interplay of light and dark is the jaguar's greatest ally, allowing it to vanish in plain sight. This allows the jaguar to melt into its surroundings, becoming just another part of the forest's complex tapestry. Even when motionless, the jaguar is almost impossible to spot, its form broken up by the chaotic patterns of the jungle. Beneath this beautiful, deceptive coat lies a body of pure, condensed power, perfectly hidden until the moment it chooses to reveal itself. The jaguar is the largest cat in the Americas, a creature of immense strength and muscularity, yet its size is masked by the cleverness of its camouflage. Its shoulders are broad and powerful, its legs are short and stocky, built for explosive bursts of speed and for navigating the tangled, shadowy terrain of the jungle floor, terrain where its coat makes it all but invisible. This is not a cat built for long, open plain chases like a cheetah. Instead, it is a stalker, an ambusher, relying on its ability to disappear into the interplay of sunlight and shadow. Every muscle is tuned for the final, decisive moment of attack, hidden until the last possible second by the jaguar's perfect disguise. Its bulging muscles ripple under its skin as it moves, a promise of the lethal force it can unleash in an instant, yet all the while the shifting light and shadow keep it concealed. The jaguar's head is large and its jaw is exceptionally powerful, more so relative to its size than any other big cat. This incredible bite force allows it to employ a unique killing method, one that is as swift as it is silent. While other felines often go for the throat to suffocate their prey, the jaguar frequently bites directly through the skull, piercing the brain with its long canine teeth. This method is brutally efficient, capable of dispatching even the most formidable prey, like the heavily armoured caiman, with a single, devastating crunch. Its strength is legendary, allowing it to drag prey 3 times its own weight deep into the forest to conceal its kill from scavengers. This combination of deceptive beauty and raw physical power makes the jaguar a perfectly honed predator for its environment. It is both an artist of illusion and a warrior of immense strength, its very existence a testament to the power of camouflage and adaptation. Its appearance is not just for show, it is a critical tool for survival, a statement of its dominance and a shield that keeps it hidden from both prey and rival predators. The coat that renders it invisible allows it to get impossibly close to its victims, and the power contained within its frame ensures that once it strikes, there is little hope of escape. In the dense and dangerous world of the Amazon, the jaguar is the ultimate expression of predatory evolution, a living work of art designed by nature to remain unseen until the very last moment and to kill with breathtaking efficiency. The hunt begins not with a roar, but with a profound and deliberate silence. In the dimming light of the Amazon, the jaguar becomes a living shadow, blending seamlessly into the tapestry of the jungle. The jaguar is a master of stealth, a creature that has perfected the art of moving through a noisy jungle without making a sound. Its muscular frame glides through the undergrowth, each movement calculated to avoid detection. It keeps its powerful body low to the ground, its paws placed with meticulous care to avoid snapping a twig or rustling a leaf. The pads of its feet are soft and broad, muffling every step as it stalks its quarry. Every step is calculated, every movement is fluid and controlled. The jaguar's muscles ripple beneath its spotted coat, allowing it to move with both grace and power. It uses the terrain to its advantage, hugging the shadows, using the cover of fallen logs and thick vegetation to conceal its approach. The jaguar's dappled fur mimics the play of light and shadow, making it nearly invisible. The jungle is full of sounds, but the jaguar contributes none of them. Its silence is absolute, a void in the symphony of the rainforest. It is a void in the forest's soundscape, a silent presence that spells doom for the unwary. The jaguar's eyes, unblinking, scan the world from the shadows. Patience is the jaguar's most trusted ally. It can remain motionless for extraordinary lengths of time, waiting for the perfect opportunity. It can wait for hours, motionless, its golden eyes fixed on a single point, studying the movements of its intended prey. The jaguar's patience is legendary, allowing it to outlast even the most vigilant animals. It learns their habits, their routines, their moments of vulnerability. The jaguar memorizes the paths its prey takes, the times they feed and the places they feel safest. This is not a frantic, desperate search for food. It is a cold, calculated execution of a well-rehearsed plan. The jaguar's mind is as sharp as its claws, always strategizing. The jaguar understands that a rushed attack is a failed attack. It waits for the moment when its prey is most distracted, most vulnerable. It conserves its energy, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, when its prey is distracted, isolated, or at its most exposed. The jaguar's patience is matched only by its explosive power. This stillness is unnerving, a testament to the jaguar's incredible discipline and focus in a world of constant motion. While the jungle teems with life, the jaguar remains a statue, poised for action. The jaguar's senses are exquisitely tuned to the hunt. Its ears swivel independently, capturing the faintest sounds of movement. Its hearing can pick up the faintest rustle in the undergrowth, and its eyesight, particularly in the low light of dawn and dusk, is exceptionally keen. The jaguar's eyes glow with reflected light, piercing the gloom. It can see with a clarity that turns the shadowy jungle into a detailed map of opportunities. Every movement, every shadow is noted and analyzed, but it is the jaguar's ability to process this sensory information to build a complete picture of its surroundings that makes it so lethal. Its mind assembles a living map of the jungle, tracking every potential target. It anticipates the path of its prey, positioning itself not where the animal is, but where it is going to be. The jaguar's ambushes are the result of careful prediction and perfect timing. This intelligence, combined with its physical gifts, elevates its hunting to an art form. The jaguar is not just a predator, it is a strategist, a silent assassin. Darkness is its greatest cloak. As the sun sets, the jaguar's advantage grows. As twilight descends upon the Amazon, the jaguar comes into its element. The fading light is its ally, masking its approach. The fading light that sends many animals into hiding only serves to embolden the great cat. It prowls with renewed confidence, its senses heightened. Its eyes, equipped with a reflective layer called the tapetum lucidum, gather every available photon of light, allowing it to navigate the pitch-black forest with ease. The jaguar sees where others are blind. For its prey, the world dissolves into a confusing and terrifying darkness. But for the jaguar, the night is clear and full of opportunity. For the jaguar, it becomes a playground of shadows, a theatre where it is the sole, unseen director of the final act. Its mastery of silence, patience, and sensory adaptation makes it the ultimate predator of the Amazon. Under the cover of night, the silent hunter moves with absolute confidence, ready to claim its throne as the Amazon's stealthy assassin. The riverbank is a place of opportunity, but also of great danger. Here, the Amazon's pulse beats strongest, where water, earth, and jungle meet in a tangled, ever-shifting boundary. The air is thick with humidity, alive with the calls of birds and the distant croak of frogs, while the river itself glimmers with the promise of both life and death. On a sandy spit, a young caiman, a formidable predator in its own right, rests in the last warmth of the afternoon sun. Its eyes scan the water for fish and the sky for circling herons, but it is lulled by the gentle lapping of the current and the heat radiating from the sand. The caiman's thick armoured scales glisten, a natural shield against the teeth and claws of most would-be attackers. Its body is built for ambush, for sudden violence, but now it is at rest, confident in its defences. Yet, in the deep shadows beneath the tangled tree line, another predator waits. The jungle is a living wall, concealing countless eyes, some curious, some hungry. For nearly an hour, a silent watcher has observed the caiman's every move, blending perfectly with the shifting patterns of light and shadow. A magnificent male jaguar, his golden coat dappled with rosettes, crouches low in the undergrowth. His muscles are coiled, every sense attuned to the rhythms of the riverbank. He is patient, waiting for the precise moment when the caiman's vigilance falters. The caiman, exposed to the open sky and the slow-moving water, feels secure. It is unaware that the true threat lies not in the river, but in the silent, leafy world just beyond the sand. The jaguar begins his final approach, moving with a slow, deliberate crawl. Each step is measured, his body pressed low to the ground, barely disturbing the leaves beneath him. Nearby, a pair of capybaras freeze, sensing the tension in the air, but the jaguar's focus is absolute. His rosette-patterned coat breaks up his outline, making him nearly invisible in the dappled light. Dragonflies hover above the water, oblivious to the drama unfolding just meters away. The jaguar is a ghost, a whisper of movement in the undergrowth. A squirrel monkey chatters nervously from a branch above, sensing the presence of a top predator, but the caiman remains unaware. The caiman, drowsy from the heat, lets out a soft hiss, its eyes half closed. A butterfly lands briefly on its snout before fluttering away, disturbed by a sudden shift in the air. The caiman is completely oblivious to the approaching death. The riverbank, so often a place of safety, has become a stage for a deadly encounter. 10 meters away, the jaguar freezes, his tail twitching almost imperceptibly. A flock of macaws erupts from the trees, startled by the tension, but the caiman does not stir. The jaguar gathers himself, muscles tensing for the final explosive rush. In the undergrowth, a curious agouti pauses, watching the unfolding drama from a safe distance. In a sudden, breathtaking explosion of motion, the jaguar lunges from the shadows, leaves scatter, and a startled iguana darts up a nearby tree. He covers the remaining distance in 2 powerful bounds, his paws barely making a sound on the soft sand. The caiman's eyes snap open, but it is already too late. Before the caiman can react, before it can even register the attack, the jaguar is upon it. The riverbank erupts in a flurry of sand and scales. There is no struggle for position, no prolonged battle. The jaguar's weight pins the caiman instantly, asserting dominance in a single, fluid motion. The jaguar's jaws, legendary for their bone-crushing power, clamp down directly on the caiman's skull. The caiman's tail thrashes once, then falls still. There is a sickening crunch as the jaguar's long canines pierce through thick hide and bone, delivering a fatal blow directly to the brain. The sounds of the jungle momentarily hush, as if in respect for the swift, brutal efficiency of the kill. The fight is over before it has truly begun. The caiman lies lifeless beneath the victorious jaguar, the riverbank once again claimed by the jungle's most powerful hunter. With the same efficiency and power, the jaguar secures his prize. A pair of black vultures circle overhead, sensing the promise of a meal, but they keep their distance for now. The jaguar sinks his teeth deeper into the caiman's head, and with a heave of his powerful shoulders, begins to drag the heavy carcass away from the river's edge. The sand bears the marks of the struggle, soon to be erased by the next rain. He moves with astonishing strength, pulling the dead reptile across the sand and into the dense undergrowth. A curious tamandua sniffs the air, then disappears into the trees. Here, hidden from the prying eyes of vultures and other scavengers, the jaguar can feast on his hard-won meal in peace. The sounds of the jungle resume, life continuing around the aftermath of the hunt. This brief, brutal encounter is a perfect illustration of the jaguar's supremacy, a silent, intelligent and overwhelmingly powerful hunter at the top of the Amazonian food chain. In this world of constant competition, every animal plays its part, but on the river's edge, the jaguar reigns supreme. In the same forest where the jaguar reigns through power and stealth, another large and peculiar creature survives through extreme specialization, moving quietly beneath the watchful eyes of monkeys and the flutter of startled birds. This is the giant anteater, a marvel of evolutionary design, whose journey through the forest is a daily quest for survival and sustenance. Its entire existence is dedicated to a single purpose, finding and consuming ants and termites, yet its path is never solitary. It moves through the undergrowth with a slow, shuffling gait, sometimes crossing paths with other gentle giants of the forest. Its long, bushy tail is held aloft like a strange flag, both a shield from rain and a cloak for warmth during rest. Its most striking feature is its elongated snout, a 2-foot-long tube that houses a highly sophisticated sense of smell, able to pick up the faintest traces of insect life. This remarkable nose can detect the scent of an ant colony buried deep underground, even as other creatures forage nearby. Guided by invisible trails, the anteater presses on, undeterred by the presence of peccaries or the distant calls of howler monkeys. The giant anteater's strategy for survival is fundamentally different from the jaguar's, and so are its daily encounters. It is not a creature of ambush or explosive power, but one of patience and persistence. Instead, it relies on its unique anatomy, perfectly suited for its specialized diet. Its front legs are armed with enormous curved claws, so long that the anteater must walk on its knuckles to keep them from dulling. These claws are not for fighting, though they can be a formidable defense if cornered by a prowling ocelot or a curious jaguar. Their primary purpose is to act as powerful excavators. Upon locating a nest, the anteater rears up and uses these formidable tools to rip open the tough, sun-baked earth or a hardened termite mound with surprising ease, exposing the swarming insects within. Once the nest is breached, the giant anteater deploys its other specialized weapon, its tongue. This incredible organ is over 2 feet long, thin as a worm and covered in tiny backward-facing spines and a thick layer of sticky saliva. The anteater can flick its tongue in and out of the nest up to 150 times per minute, mopping up hundreds of ants with each pass. It doesn't destroy the colony entirely. Instead, it feeds for only a minute or so before moving on, ensuring that the insect population can recover and provide another meal for another day. This sustainable harvesting shows a different kind of intelligence at work in the jungle, one that values balance and coexistence with the countless other animals that share its world. The giant anteater and the jaguar represent 2 contrasting paths to success in the Amazon, each navigating a world teeming with life and competition. The jaguar is a generalist predator, capable of hunting a wide variety of prey using strength and cunning. The anteater, on the other hand, is a master of one trade, undistracted by the drama of predator and prey that unfolds around it. It has traded versatility for supreme efficiency in a very specific niche. It has no need for camouflage to hunt its food, nor the bone-crushing bite of the jaguar. Its survival is secured by its bizarre and wonderful adaptations, and by its ability to navigate a world filled with both opportunity and danger. In the rainforest, every journey is a test of resilience, and every encounter shapes the delicate balance of life. For the giant anteater, there is more than one way to become a king in one's own domain. by mastering the art of survival one careful step at a time. Power in the Amazon does not always come in the form of a solitary, muscular predator. Sometimes it emerges as a living tide, an unstoppable, unified force of countless tiny bodies surging across the forest floor in a relentless march. These are the army ants, a force of nature in their own right. Their advance is a spectacle of coordination and purpose, a living carpet that flows over roots, stones and fallen leaves, consuming all in its path. Unlike other ants, army ants do not build permanent nests. They are eternal nomads, living in a constant state of motion, their colonies always on the move, never lingering in one place for long. At night or during rest, tens of thousands of ants form a bivouac, a living, breathing nest made by clinging to one another's bodies. This fortress shields the queen and larvae, pulsing with life as the colony prepares for its next campaign. When the time comes to hunt, the bivouac dissolves. The swarm surges forward, moving as one, an army without a single commander, guided by a complex language of chemical signals called pheromones. Each ant lays down a trail, and together they create a superhighway that guides the entire swarm. The impact of their march is profound. As the ants advance, they sweep the forest floor clean, overwhelming nearly everything in their path that is too slow to escape. Their primary targets are other insects, spiders, scorpions and worms, but their appetite knows few bounds. Any creature that can be surrounded, lizards, snakes, even the helpless chicks from fallen bird nests, may fall victim to the swarm. The forest floor becomes a battleground where only the swift or the lucky survive. The approach of an army ant column sends ripples of panic through the jungle's smaller inhabitants. The usual chorus of the forest is replaced by a frantic rush of movement as insects, frogs and even small mammals scramble to escape the advancing horde. Insects burst from their hiding places in the leaf litter, desperate to avoid the jaws of the army ants. This mass exodus does not go unnoticed. High above, birds known as antbirds watch the chaos unfold. These specialized birds have evolved to follow the swarms, not to eat the ants, but to snatch up the fleeing insects. Other opportunistic creatures, from lizards to spiders, may also take advantage of the turmoil, hunting the panicked prey flushed out by the ants' advance. The army ants' march shapes the ecosystem, redistributing nutrients and influencing the behavior of countless species. A single army ant is insignificant, but together they become an unstoppable superorganism, a living force that leaves a transformed landscape in its wake. Their strategy stands in stark contrast to the solitary jaguar, which relies on stealth and strength. The army ants demonstrate that in this deadly arena, dominance can also be achieved through mass mobilization and a singular shared objective. In the Amazon, power is not always measured by the size of one's teeth, but by the strength of one's legion. The relentless march of the army ants is a vivid reminder that cooperation and unity can shape the fate of an entire ecosystem. In a world where predators prowl with tooth and claw and swarms dominate with overwhelming numbers, another creature has mastered a very different path to survival, one that is as bold as it is beautiful. Meet the poison dart frog, a tiny amphibian, often no larger than a human thumbnail, yet a giant in the story of the Amazon. It moves with calm, deliberate confidence, hopping slowly across the damp leaf litter, its every step measured and unhurried. Unlike most small creatures, it makes no attempt to hide, and for good reason. Its skin is a living canvas, painted in dazzling hues, vibrant blues, electric yellows and fiery reds, each colour a warning, not an invitation. This stunning beauty is not for attraction, but a bold and unambiguous declaration of danger to all who might see it as an easy meal. This strategy is known as aposematism, or warning coloration, a visual signal that echoes through the jungle. The frog's bright colours are a universal signal in the animal kingdom that says, "I am not worth the risk," and it is a promise the frog can keep. Its skin secretes a potent cocktail of toxins, some of the most powerful poisons found in nature. These toxins are not just a defense, they are a shield, making the frog nearly untouchable. In some species, the venom from a single frog is potent enough to stop the heart of a large predator, including a jaguar, with just a single touch or taste. Predators in the Amazon learn this lesson quickly, either through a disastrous encounter or by instinct, and they give these colourful jewels a very wide berth. The frog's survival, therefore, is not based on fleeing or fighting, but on deterrence, a living warning sign in the undergrowth. It carries its weapon on the outside for all to see, its skin a constant reminder of the danger it poses. Its confidence is born from the certainty that it is one of the most dangerous creatures in the forest, despite its small size and gentle movements. This tiny creature has turned the tables on the predators, forcing even the most fearsome hunters to think twice. It lives a life free from the constant fear that plagues so many other rainforest inhabitants, able to move openly and confidently. The poison dart frog's diet is as specialized as its defenses. It feeds on tiny insects, ants, mites and beetles, many of which contribute to the toxins in its skin. Each meal is a step in maintaining its chemical arsenal. The poison dart frog is a living paradox in the Amazonian ecosystem, both a delicate jewel and a formidable force. It is small yet powerful, beautiful yet deadly, vulnerable yet untouchable. Its existence highlights the incredible diversity of survival strategies that have evolved in this competitive environment. Some creatures blend in, others run, but the poison dart frog stands out, daring the jungle to challenge it. It proves that power is not always about physical strength or the ability to inflict violence. Sometimes it is about being so dangerous that no one dares to attack. The poison dart frog's serenity is a testament to its evolutionary success. It can rest in the open, unbothered by the threats that haunt other small creatures. The silent, stalking jaguar and the brilliant, conspicuous frog are two extremes on a spectrum of survival, each a perfect master of its own unique and effective art. The poison dart frog, with its vivid warning and chemical shield, is a reminder that in the Amazon, survival is not just about strength or stealth, but about adaptation, innovation, and the power of being truly unforgettable. The rivers that snake through the Amazon are highways of life, teeming with stories of survival and kinship. In these waters, another successful predator thrives, one whose approach to life is as unique as the river itself. Meet the giant river otter, the longest of all otter species, a sleek, powerful swimmer often called the river wolf. With their muscular bodies and keen senses, they are perfectly adapted to this watery world. Their bodies move like liquid silk, long and supple, with a powerful flattened tail and webbed feet that slice through the water. In the early morning, a family of otters slips silently beneath the surface, their movements synchronized as they patrol their territory. They are formidable hunters, preying on fish, crustaceans, and even small caimans. One otter, the matriarch, leads the hunt, her sharp eyesight and sensitive whiskers guiding her through the murky water. She signals with a chirp, and the younger otters fan out, searching for movement in the shadows. What truly sets the giant river otter apart from a solitary predator like the jaguar is its intensely social nature. On the riverbank, the family gathers, grooming each other and reinforcing bonds with gentle nips and playful rolls. Otters live in large, boisterous family groups, typically consisting of a breeding pair and several generations of their offspring. The elders watch over the pups, teaching them the ways of the river, while the younger adults help with the daily tasks of hunting and defending their territory. This family unit is the cornerstone of their survival. At dawn, they huddle together for warmth, their bodies pressed close, sharing the comfort of togetherness before the day's adventures begin. They hunt as a team, with older, more experienced otters demonstrating the art of catching fish. A young pup, eager but clumsy, mimics the adults, learning to stalk and pounce beneath the water's surface. Their cooperative hunting techniques allow them to tackle larger prey and defend their catches from competitors. When a large fish is cornered, the family surrounds it, each member playing a role. Some block escape routes, while others dart in for the catch. The group works as a team, communicating with a complex and noisy repertoire of whistles, squeals and barks that echo across the river. These calls are more than just noise. They are the language of family, used to coordinate hunts, warn of danger, and celebrate success. Life for a young otter is not just about the serious business of hunting. It is also filled with play. In the shallows, pups chase each other, their laughter like squeals ringing out as they tumble and splash. The pups slide down muddy riverbanks, wrestling with siblings and parents alike. One pup, the smallest, launches itself into the water, only to be scooped up by an older sibling in a playful embrace. This seemingly frivolous activity is crucial for their development. Through play, they learn the skills they will need to survive: how to swim, how to hunt, and how to work together. Play hones their swimming skills, builds strength and coordination, and reinforces the strong social bonds that will be essential for their survival as adults. The river becomes their playground, a place of learning and laughter. This emphasis on family and community stands in stark contrast to the lonely, silent world of the jaguar, which only comes together briefly to mate. While the jaguar prowls alone, the otters thrive in the company of kin. The giant river otter family demonstrates that in the Amazon there is strength in unity and joy in existence. As the sun rises, the family basks together on the riverbank, their fur glistening, their spirits high. Their playful, noisy presence brings a different kind of energy to the rainforest's rivers. The water erupts with splashes and calls, a celebration of life that echoes through the jungle. While the jaguar embodies the cold, calculated efficiency of the solitary hunter, the otter represents the power of collaboration, communication, and social bonding. Each day the family faces new challenges, but together they are resilient. They show that survival doesn't have to be a grim, silent affair. Instead, it can be filled with laughter, teamwork, and the warmth of family. For these river wolves, life is a shared adventure, a boisterous and cooperative journey that ensures their continued success in the competitive and often dangerous waters of the Amazon. Each day, their story unfolds along the riverbanks, a testament to the enduring power of family and the wild spirit of the rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is a world of breathtaking complexity, a deadly arena where every day is a test of survival. Yet beneath the surface of this constant struggle lies a profound harmony, a balance so intricate that every leaf, every shadow, and every heartbeat is woven into the fabric of life. It is a place of stark contrasts, where immense beauty masks constant danger. Here the dazzling colours of flowers and the dappled sunlight are as much a part of the ecosystem as the silent threat of a predator waiting in the undergrowth. From the silent, lethal grace of the jaguar to the relentless, unified march of the army ants, every creature has carved out its own niche, perfecting a unique strategy to endure. Each adaptation is a response to the challenges and opportunities presented by the others, creating a living web of interdependence. The giant anteater thrives through specialization, its strange body a perfect tool for a single task. Its existence is a testament to the power of adaptation, and its survival is linked to the abundance of insects that share its world. The poison dart frog survives through a bold advertisement of its deadly nature, turning its vulnerability into an impenetrable defense. Its vivid colors are a warning, a signal that ripples through the food chain, shaping the behavior of countless other species. And the giant river otter finds its strength not in solitude, but in the noisy, joyful chaos of family life. Their cooperation and communication are essential for survival, and their presence influences the rhythms of the river itself. Each of these survival strategies is a thread in the vast, intricate tapestry of the ecosystem. The jungle is not a collection of isolated lives, but a symphony of interactions, predator and prey, competitor and cooperator, all bound together in a delicate equilibrium. No single approach is inherently superior. Each is perfectly adapted to its own context. The anteater's foraging, the frog's warning, the otter's teamwork, and the jaguar's stealth all have their place, each essential to the whole. The jaguar's stealth and power would be useless for harvesting ants, just as the anteater's long snout would offer no defense against a rival predator. Each creature's strengths and weaknesses are balanced by the presence of others, ensuring that no single species dominates unchecked. The success of one is often linked to the existence of the others in a delicate and often brutal dance of predator and prey, competitor and cooperator. The alarm call of a monkey, the silent approach of a caiman, the grazing of a capybara, all are signals in a language of survival. The antbirds need the army ants, following their swarms to catch the insects they flush from hiding. This partnership is just one example of the countless connections that bind the jungle's inhabitants together. The caiman must be wary of the jaguar, its vigilance a matter of life and death. The presence of the jaguar shapes the behavior and distribution of many species, echoing through the ecosystem. And all must respect the jewel-like warning of the tiny frog, whose colors are a silent commandment written into the laws of the jungle. This is the essence of the jungle's balance, a living system in which every action has a consequence, and every life is part of a greater whole. The rise and fall of the sun, the chorus of animal voices, the endless cycle of growth and decay, all are orchestrated by the relationships between species. At the pinnacle of this complex pyramid sits the jaguar, the unseen ruler. Its presence is felt even when it is not seen, a silent force that shapes the destiny of the forest. Its role as the apex predator is not one of wanton destruction, but of crucial regulation. The jaguar is the guardian of balance, its hunts ensuring that no single species overwhelms the rest. By hunting a wide range of animals, from capybaras and tapirs to monkeys and caimans, the jaguar maintains the health and stability of the entire system. Its choices ripple outward, affecting the abundance of plants, the movements of herds, and the fate of countless other creatures. It prevents any single herbivore species from becoming too numerous and overgrazing the vegetation. In this way, the jaguar's presence preserves the diversity of life, allowing the forest to flourish. It culls the weak and the sick, ensuring that only the strongest of its prey survive to reproduce. This natural selection strengthens the populations of other species, reinforcing the resilience of the ecosystem. The jaguar is the forest's silent guardian, a keystone species whose presence ensures the diversity and vitality of the world it inhabits. Its influence is subtle but profound, touching every corner of the jungle. In the end, the story of the invisible jaguar is the story of the Amazon itself. The jaguar's life is inseparable from the lives of all those around it, each existence echoing through the forest in an endless cycle. It is a tale of adaptation, competition and interdependence played out on the grandest stage on Earth. Every animal, every plant, every insect is both an individual and a participant in the greater drama of survival. The jaguar's silent hunt, its coat of shadows and sunlight, and its overwhelming power are the ultimate expression of life's drive to survive in this wild and magnificent place. Its existence is a living symbol of the jungle's mystery and strength. It is a reminder that in this green kingdom, life and death are two sides of the same coin, forever entwined in a dance as old as the forest itself, and that every creature, from the mightiest cat to the smallest ant, plays a vital role in maintaining the perfect, deadly balance of the jungle. In this web of life, each thread is essential, and the loss of one would echo through the entire system, reminding us that the true strength of the Amazon lies in its unity, its diversity, and its eternal invisible balance. Above the tangled shadows and emerald floor, the jungle bursts into song. High in the canopy, where sunlight filters through 1,000 leaves, the birds of the Amazon reveal a world as intricate and vibrant as the forest itself. Scarlet macaws glide between ancient branches, their feathers igniting the air with flashes of red and blue. Toucans, with their oversized beaks, call to one another in playful, echoing croaks, while flocks of parrots erupt in a cacophony that ripples through the morning mist. But this is more than a chorus of colour and sound. It is a living network. The calls and songs of the birds carry messages, warnings of predators, invitations to mate, and declarations of territory. Some, like the elusive harpy eagle, rule in silence, their presence felt by the hush that follows their passing shadow. Others, like the tiny hummingbirds, dart from flower to flower, their wings a blur as they pollinate the canopy's blooms, weaving connections between plant and animal. Each species plays a part in this symphony. The antbirds shadow the army ants below, snatching up insects flushed from the leaf litter, while the oropendulas build pendulous nests that sway in the breeze, their colonies shaping the very architecture of the treetops. The cries of the tinnimus and the melodic whistles of manakins blend with the background hum of cicadas and the distant rumble of thunder, creating a soundscape unique to this green cathedral. In the jungle, the birds are both messengers and mediators. Their movements spread seeds across the forest, ensuring the renewal of trees and the spread of life. Their vigilance warns other creatures of danger, their songs marking the passage of day and night. The canopy is their stage, and their voices are the threads that bind the ecosystem together. Here, in the shifting dapple of the treetops, the Amazon's true harmony is revealed, not in silence, but in the endless interplay of calls, colours and flight. The jungle's balance depends on each note, every fluttering wing, every echoing call. In this living symphony, the birds are both performers and composers, their presence a testament to the wild, intricate beauty of the rainforest. As the last golden rays slip beneath the horizon, the Amazon undergoes a breathtaking transformation. Daytime melodies fade, replaced by a hush that settles over the forest like a velvet shroud. In this twilight, a new cast of characters awakens, creatures sculpted by evolution to thrive in the darkness. Deep within the undergrowth, the luminous eyes of a spectacled owl pierce the gloom, its wings silent as it glides between twisted branches. Every movement is precise, every moment calculated, as it hunts for unsuspecting prey beneath the tangled canopy. High above, nightjars blend seamlessly with mottled bark, their cryptic plumage making them invisible to all but the keenest observer. The air fills with new sounds, the rhythmic chirping of katydids, the soft rustle of bats emerging from hollow trees, and the eerie rising trill of glass frogs clinging to slick leaves over moonlit streams. Bioluminescent fungi glow faintly along fallen logs, casting ghostly light on the forest floor and revealing the delicate paths of leafcutter ants on their nocturnal march. Predators prowl and prey scurry. The Amazon's smallest hunters, wolf spiders and assassin bugs, emerge to stalk the shadows, while armoured armadillos shuffle through the leaf litter in search of grubs. Above, the haunting call of the potu echoes, a sound both mournful and magical, weaving through the stillness. Night in the jungle is not a time of rest, but a different rhythm, a symphony of whispers, flickers, and unseen movement. Here in the darkness the Amazon reveals its hidden wonders, a world where life glows, hunts, and thrives beneath the watchful gaze of the stars.